Getting lost while driving in forested Derbyshire countryside in the pitch dark in biblical rain in a 15-year-old Ford Focus with my 15-year-old in the passenger seat is up there at the top end of the list of lost fun things to do. To screams and laughter, I took a second wrong turn to add to the first. The road tapered into a bramble-hemmed track, broad enough just for the car. There are no street lights on the track, no spill of house lights, no moonlight, only my Ford Focus's weak headlights picking stuff out myopically. Mud, bushes, trees, other green stuff, either side of us. "Do we carry on?" I ask. "Yes, yes," shouts teen daughter. The engine sputters, but sounds game. On we go. Getting lost is an intrinsic part of becoming an adult, so much so that the British have something called the Duke of Edinburgh Award, in which they take their older children into the countryside and abandon them without maps or phones, confident that, though lost, they will ultimately find their way home. The scheme is highly successful, with no more than 3 children per 1,000 not finding their way back, and of those 3, only 2 lost permanently, or sometimes only even 1. Trust your instincts, the scheme advises. Channel your inner homing pigeon. So, you are lost. What to do? Advice has been available since millennia. Boiled down in Psalm 137, as preached by Bob Marley and his Wailers, who faithfully sang, "How can we sing the Lord's Prayer in a strange land?" Hey, how can we sing the Lord's Prayer? How can we be happy in a strange land? Hey, when lost. The advice from Psalm 137 is to find a river. The river of Babylon in the advice, but any river will do. Sit down on the banks there and weep. There you go. Weep. Accept your situation. Deal with your issues about being lost. And only then, once you have confronted your grief and processed it, will you find your song, find happiness in your new circumstances. I was windsurfing a lake in Milwaukee. The sun was blazing, the surfboard responsive, the sail full. I sped across the waters in a supreme demonstration of my surfing skills. Except fool me couldn't figure out how to sail into the wind as opposed to away from it. Soon my original launch point on the shore was a speck. The sun's rays beat down on me. My heart sank. My 20-year-old body lay down on that board and wept. Through my wailing, I heard a shout. I looked up. A grey couple in a pedalo were approaching. They spoke American, but we were able to communicate, and they told me behind that pedalo all the way back across the lake to my original starting point. There my blessed friends suppressed their mirth at the ignominy of my arrival. They clasped me to their chests, fed me beers to arrest my dehydration, and we sang with joy, toasting the grey couple who joined us in our celebratory jig. "I'm with E in Manchester and we're lost." She laughs. "I so love getting lost with you," she says. "It's divine." We fall into a bar and follow him with a group of Senegalese students heading to an international swimming gala. We learn the Dakar slang for "have a great time," and then, as the sun sets, we overhear the Italian cafe owners claim that his is the only authentic Sicilian cooking in the city. Now I'm with D in Leeds. He's thunder-faced as he realizes we have driven 2 miles into a dead end. He blames the information we received, the false position of the sun, the absence of distinctive landmarks, and finally, me, the incompetent driver. We retrace our steps in silence. He vows never again to travel with me. I flip him a polo mint. Back to the Derbyshire forest. The front wheels churn and slide, branches lash the windscreen, the suspension heaves. We bounce across holes. It's a horror movie, but we're laughing. The driver in me knows that if this is a dead end, I'm going to have to reverse through this twisting forest track, and the odds will be against me, especially with the reverse light being only intermittently functioning. But I'm infected with my daughter's teen spirit and keep going, thinking, what's the worst can happen? This is the Peak District, not the end of the world. The RAC can tow me. We wail a mix of delight and disappointment when the track widens and a streetlight veers up. We are back in civilization. The West's plundered wealth rested on the concept of folk being lost. Finders keepers was the principle on which colonialism was built. In vain did local populations remonstrate. We're not lost, thank you, and have no need for you to find or discover us. We're fully self-discovered and have no further need, so thanks for passing by. A dream. I'm on a bicycle trying to get home, but I'm lost. And the bicycle has no chain, so I'm not moving. Suddenly the bicycle is a tandem, and Bob Marley is pedaling it with me, as well as the three whalers, and Dr. Livingstone, and my youngest daughter. Now we're zooming along. There's a crowd, like during the Tour de France. We wave to them. We think they're waving back, but realise they're jeering at us, shouting, "Get lost, get lost." We pedal on nevertheless, happy on the road to nowhere.